Hello everyone. In today's class, we will continue our discussion on the topic that is methods and techniques of costing. In the last class, we learned about unit costing and job costing. And today we are going to learn about batch costing and process costing. First, we will begin with batch costing. See, what is the meaning of batch costing? It is a method of costing used when goods are produced in batches or groups rather than individually or continuously. Means in batch costing, company produces the goods in batches. They will not produce the goods individually or continuously. When the goods are produced in batches, it means what? They will produce same products having similar design or same material and same production process. Only same products they will produce in batches. Clear? Rather than individually and continuously. Here each batch, it is treated as a single unit for cost calculation. Now we have to calculate the cost, right? For that we have to treat each batch as a single unit and the cost is then allocated to individual items in the batch. Okay, now we will see the features of batch costing. It is used when multiple identical units are produced together. It means what? It means that only when a company produces several units of the same products at the same time in a single batch. Means all the units in the batch, they have the same design, material and production process so that they making them identical. So here it is used, batch costing that is used when multiple identical units are produced together or produced in batches or groups. And after that, second feature is costs are accumulated per batch instead of per individual unit. Here costs they are accumulated per batch. Means they will not consider the per individual unit. And third feature is suitable for industries where mass production happens in lots or groups. In lots or groups. Here this batch costing that is suitable for the industries where mass production happens in lots or groups. Clear? Now I will explain this batch costing through one example. Take a pharmaceutical company. It produces 10,000 tablets of headache medicine in a batch. Okay, they will produce 10,000 tablets of headache in batch. So here each tablet that is made using the same formula, ingredients and process. So making them identical. So here the cost is calculated for the entire batch. Means for entire 10,000 tablets. And then divided to find the cost per tablet. Clear? Here I will take one more example. See here, a bakery, it produces 5,000 cupcakes in a single batch. The costs incurred are direct material, means it includes flour, sugar and butter, that is rupees 15,000. And direct labor, baker's wages, that is rupees 10,000. And overhead, that includes electricity, oven maintenance, that is rupees 5,000. So how we have to calculate here? Total cost how much? Total cost that is rupees 30,000, means 15,000 plus 10,000 plus 5,000. Now we have to calculate the cost per unit or cost per cupcake. Cost per cupcake. So the total batch cost is how much? That is rupees 30,000. This is the total batch cost. And they produced 5,000 cupcakes. It means that is rupees 6 per cupcake. 6 per cupcake. Clear? In this way we need to calculate the cost per cupcakes. And this batch costing, it helps businesses to determine the cost effectively when manufacturing products in batches, ensuring better pricing and cost control. See, in the last class we learned that in job costing, what is the nature of production? In job costing, the nature of production is unique and customized products made for specific customer orders. So, in job costing, the nature of production that is unique and customized products made for specific customers orders, that is in job costing. And in batch costing, what is the nature of production here? In batch costing, the nature of production is identical units produced in groups. Identical units produced in batches or groups. Clear? And here cost calculation in job costing, the cost calculation is costs are accumulated for each individual job separately. Here they are accumulated for each individual job, that is separately. But in batch costing, cost calculation is here the costs are accumulated for the entire batch. They are accumulated for entire batch. And then divided among the units. Clear? These are the main differences between job costing and batch costing. In job costing, the nature of production is unique customized products made only for specific customer orders. But in batch costing, identical units, they are produced in batches. And in job costing, cost calculation that is made or accumulated for each individual job separately. And in batch costing, costs are accumulated for the entire batch and then divided among the units. I hope this concept, that is batch costing, batch costing concept is clear to you all. So it is nothing but it is a method of costing used when goods are produced in batches, but the goods they should have similar nature. Clear? Rather than individually or continuously. Now we will see the next method, that is process costing. What is the meaning of process costing? Here, it is a method of costing used in industries where production is continuous and units go through multiple stages or processes. Okay, it is a method of costing used in industries where production is continuous and units, they go through multiple stages or processes. It means that manufacturing processes runs without interruption, producing the goods on a large scale over time. Here, instead of making products in separate batches or customized order, means instead of job costing and batch costing, production flows smoothly from one stage to another. Means here the goods, they are made in large quantities. In process costing, goods are made in large quantities. And the raw materials, they go through various stages until the final product is ready. And here the products are made for the general market and not for the individual customers. This is process costing. Here it is a method of costing used in industries where production is continuous and units go through multiple stages or processes. Here the production is continuous. Means if there is no demand also, the company that will produce the goods or products. And these units, they go through multiple stages or processes. Means the raw materials that go through various stages until the final product is ready. This is process costing. Here the costs are accumulated for each process. If assume we are producing one product, it has 4 processes. Means that for 4 processes also we need to calculate the cost separately. Here the cost, that is divided by the number of units produced to get the cost per unit. Cost is divided by the number of units produced to get the cost per unit. Clear? It means what? For example, a cement factory. Okay. Take the example of a cement factory. It continuously produces the cement without stopping. And here the raw materials like limestone and clay that go through multiple processes like crushing, heating, grinding to make cement. Means here these are the processes like crushing, heating, grinding. They are the processes of cement manufacturing. And here we have to calculate the cost per unit for each processes. Means for each crushing, heating and grinding, we have to calculate the cost per unit. And here the factory, it does not wait for an order. Means it keeps running all the time to meet the demand. Okay, so here costs are accumulated for each process and the cost is divided by the number of units produced to get the cost per unit. Clear? And next we will see the features of process costing. Here it is used in mass production industries with identical products. With identical products. Means it should have a similar nature. And costs are calculated for each process or stage. And that is suitable for industries like textiles, chemicals, cement, oil refineries and food processing. Okay, in these industries process costing is suitable. Now we will see one example of process costing. See here, a textile company that manufactures cotton fabric, the production process, it has 3 stages. That is spinning, weaving and finishing. So in spinning what happens? Here raw cotton that is converted into yarn. And in weaving, yarn is woven into fabric. And in finishing, fabric is dyed and processed for final use. So these are the process involved in textile company. They are manufacturers of cotton fabric. Means here what we have to do? We have to calculate the cost per unit of each process. That is for spinning, we have to calculate the cost per unit, and for weaving also, and for finishing also. Okay, this is process costing. So here company, it produces 10,000 meters of fabric in a month. In a month they will produce 10,000 meters of fabric. And the costs are in spinning. This is the first step or the process, that is rupees 3 lakh. And the cost of weaving rupees 2 lakh. And the cost of finishing, that is rupees 1 lakh. And total cost, that is rupees 6 lakh. Okay. Now we will solve the problem. See here. Here only I will solve. See here. Here cost per meter. Cost per meter. that is rupees 3 lakh divided by 10,000. They produce 10,000 meters of fabric in a month. That is equals to rupees 30. And here cost per meter in the case of weaving, that is rupees 2 lakh divided by 10,000, that is rupees 20. And in the case of finishing, rupees 1 lakh divided by 10,000, that is rupees 10. How we will get the cost per meter? See here. Here cost is divided by the number of units produced to get the cost per unit. Cost per unit. So the cost per meter of spinning is rupees 30, weaving is rupees 20 and finishing, that is rupees 10. So here cost per meter after spinning, that is rupees 30, and cost per meter after weaving means 30 plus 20, that is rupees 50, and cost per meter after finishing means here 30 plus 20, that is rupees 50, 50 plus 10, that is rupees 60 per meter of fabric. So at each stage the cost accumulates from the previous process. Clear? See here, cost per meter after spinning rupees 30 and cost per meter after weaving, that is 30 plus 20, that is equals to rupees 50, and cost per meter after finishing, that is rupees 50 plus 10, this 10, that is rupees 60. So at each stage the cost accumulates from the previous process. So the final cost per meter of fabric is how much? That is rupees 60. And here also 30 plus 20, 50 plus 10, that is rupees 60. Clear? But at different stages it was rupees 30, 50 and 60. Final cost per meter of fabric is rupees 60. But at different stages it was rupees 30, 50 and 60. I hope this example is clear to you all. Okay, so this is about process costing. Okay, I hope these two concepts are clear to you all. If not, please leave a comment. Thank you.